Hello, YouTubers. It's your boy, Bulldog Speed, also known as Sack Rogers. I've got big news for y'all today. First up, finished recording the Amazon Prime Truck Series, which is an NNSCRA sanctioned series run by Thrash Maniac 99, also known as Levi McIntyre. Good buddy of mine, known him for a few years now. Finished that with him Sunday. That last race is going up, I think, in February. As most of you know, I also run the NRSL Mounted for the Win Cup Series and the NRSL Aces Republic of Gamers Truck Series. Now, for those in the Truck Series, all those races have been done for about a month. The finale race for that premieres, I think, in January. They're all set up to premiere on my channel every Sunday. No breaks for Christmas or New Year's. For those wondering about 2019 Mounted for the Win Cup, I'm sorry to say I will not be pursuing that in 2019. Instead, I've got a new series I will be starting. Um, just to give you the gist of it without announcing the names or anything yet, because I'm waiting for paint schemes. It's going to be a 36 race schedule, fictional tracks all the way through the board. Besides the a one fictional edit to a Daytona track will be an exhibition race where there will be one driver from each of the teams. Um, that series will have an all-star race after race 26. But it's all fictional names, drivers, etc. It's all from my creation. It's just something fun I want to do. Um, so with that said, since none of you can sign up for that, this is where it gets good for you. I'm still going to do one-off special events and maybe a one-off series during the winter time when I'm not doing that main thing. So, because I record so far ahead. So with that said, first off, we've got an NNSCRA special event to do. Thank you, Christopher Pierce, aka Seth Cole, for allowing me to do this. So first off, it's a 55 truck set. I'm not going to show you the trucks here because I don't want to make people think this is a sign-up video. This is an announcement video. Now, first off, it's going to be called the Honeydew Donuts 250K. So what it'll be is out of the 55 drivers, first thing we're going to do is we're going to run a 15-minute practice session. The first one will have 28 trucks, and the second one will have 27 trucks. The exports will be combined. The driver with the top time gets the pole and locks into the race. That leaves 41 spots available. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the two 27 truck heats, run them both through 9-lap races. The top 20 from each will advance into the main. Those drivers will requalify for their starting positions in a separate session. The driver who got the pole in the first 55 truck session will keep that pole. And then out of the remaining 14 trucks, we will have one 13-lap race where the winner gets into that 40-second starting position for the main event, which is 42 laps long. So, with that said, the other big thing I'm here to announce, I'm not sure if anyone has ever tried to undertake an event like this. I'm redoing this video because I had to figure out all the math. So, everything will be using this track. For those that remember, when I hit 500 subscribers, I used Pensacola for a special 500 subscribers event. It was called the Pizza Hut 300. I'm bringing that back, but there's a catch, or there's a difference. It'll be under the NRSL brand, and it'll be using the same car set. Now, last time I used one scheme from that car set, which totaled out to be, I think I chose 90 cars from that car set that has 99 different teams, and it was 3 30-car heats and the two, or was it? It might have been. Actually, no, it was. Yeah, so it was 3 30-car heats with the top 15 from each made it to the main, and then out of that remaining, um, No, if I did 3 heats, it was top 10. I'm sorry. I'm losing it, guys. Out of those remaining 60 cars, I did 2 LCQs where the top 6 advanced. So that's what I did for that. However, this time things are going to be a lot different. First off, like the NNSCRA event, there will be a qualifying session. There will be 9 10-minute sessions of 19 cars. If you can do the math in your head right now, you know how to do math very well. That's 171 cars. That's right, 171 cars. And you're probably asking, how did you find the 171 cars with different numbers? Well, I kind of cheated a little bit. What I did is I went through all 99 teams, found the teams with different schemes on them that aren't like just the change of the spoiler and the splitter color. Added them all up out of a rounding of 3, and it got me 171 because, unlike the NNSCRA event, this event will be 3 per user. And if you're wondering, well, gee, can I do that math too in my head? 171, 3 per user? 57 people are going to be able to sign up for this event. 57. If everyone takes 3 cars. If not, then some people might take 2, some people might take 1. You know, I don't know. It's up to you. What do you want? Whatever you want to do. You want to increase your odds? Take 3. So what I did was, cars like 1 through 9, I just put 2 zeros in front of them. So if you've got another 1 car on track, it'll be 001. Another 3 car on track, 003. And then for the cars from 00 to 99, I added a 0 at the end of the number. So you'll see 060, 1110, or 110, 150, the 150 car, I guess I could call it, the 250 car, the 330 car, the 990 car. You get the idea. So that's going to be 171 cars. And like I said, 9 19 car qualifying sessions. So the qualifying video itself is going to be about 2 hours in length. Now that will be realistic weather, or I got to figure out what the weather was set to for the actual race because I want to simulate those conditions again. So it might be something around clear 70, 90 degrees, I don't know. It will be using the Cup mod now. This will be called the Crown Royal 300. I am going to call it a second annual event because it is still a 300-mile race at Pensacola. Now, this is the way things are going to work. We're going to have the 9 10-minute sessions of 19 cars. I will combine all the exports into one big table, and I will show you guys at the end of the video what it all looks like. And the Polesitter will lock into the main out of those 171 cars. In the case of tiebreakers, because I'm sure something like that will happen, there will be a mini race. There'll be a mini race, 10-lap mini race, if there's a tie. And it will just be whoever tied out of those sessions. But it's a super speedway. Draft comes into play a lot, so we'll see what happens. But with 19 cars, it's going to be tough to get a really good draft lap. So I think the odds are in my favor where I won't have to do that. But if I do, I'll do it. So now we've got our Polesitter locked in. We're at 170 cars, and you're probably thinking, Zach, how are you going to do this? Well, it's really a pain in the ass, actually, but in order to math it out right, I had to figure this out off camera. We are going to have first 5 10-lap races of 34 cars. The top 3 from those races will lock themselves into the main event. At this point, you've got 16 cars in the main and 155 cars left over. We will again do 5 10-lap races, this time of 31 cars. Now, this is not a lock-in race. This is an elimination race. 21st to 31st from these races will be eliminated. So that's 11 cars from each event. That drops us down to 100 cars. 5 more 10-lap races of 25 cars. The top 3 from each will lock into the main. Now we're at 31 in our field. This leaves 85 cars. We will now do, hang on, that math thing right? No, no, yep. Never mind. That math is right. Is that math right? Okay, guys, I'm confusing myself here. Let me see. Okay, yep, nope, it's right. So out of the 85 remaining drivers, we'll do 5 more 10-lap races, this time of 17 cars. Now, this is both a lock-in race and an elimination race. The top 2 from each of these 5 races of 17 will lock into the main. That'll bump the main count up to 41. And I stress on this, and the drivers who finish 11th to 17th will be eliminated from the competition. So then, out of those 85 cars, 10 are moving to the main, and 35 are being eliminated. That drops us to 40 cars. We will have one 20-lap race of 40 cars. The winner will move into the main and will start last. And just like the NNSCRA event, out of the middle 40 cars who race their way in, those guys will qualify again to see where they start from 2nd to 41st. The Polesitter from the first qualifying, mega qualifying session gets the pole. The guy who wins the final 40-car race will start 42nd. And then we will have a 100-lap main event of 42 cars. So I hope everyone followed that. If not, it'll be said again, and it'll be put down in the description of this video. I'll just put it in the description of this video. I don't know. So yep, it'll be in the description of this video for both events if you need to read it versus hearing it, and it'll also be in the descriptions for the actual races and such. So with that said, we're looking at one big video for the qualifying for NRSL. This is for the Crown Royal 300 event. We're looking at one big video for the qualifying, another big video for the first round of heat races, then another one for the elimination races, another one for the lock-in races, a 5th video for the lock-in / elimination race, and then a 6th video for the final LCQ race, and then the main event. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos for the Pensacola event. So a massive undertaking here. I don't know why I didn't think of something huge like this before. This is definitely going to be a once-in-a-year thing. And then for the NNSCRA event, we'll have the qualifying video. The heats and the LCQ will be lumped into one for that, and then the main event for that. But I hope y'all are as excited as I am, and I will see you on the flip side. I'm not sure when the sign-up video for the truck race will go up, or for the NRSL race for that matter. But when it does, if you're in the NRSL or NNSCRA Discord, you can expect to get a notification about it.